Doing this one as an accent?
We are going to be doing this video in the accent. We are going to be asking. There will be questions that are asked, and there will be answers that are given to the questions.
I do not know if I will be able to keep up the accents the entire time.
You will not be able to because you are already drifting into a Russian accent,
Oh, I thought it was for French.
which makes me suspect that you are a infiltrator and
I think we've gone from German to French to Russian.
threat to the.
Ugh! Let's just have a Scottish accent.
Alright, we're going to be answering questions there, and there's going to be some questions. She's got the questions. I will be giving some of the answers. She'll be giving some of the answers. It'll be split between the two of us.
This was just all a ploy to get him to talk in an accent for his fans.
Ugh, what kind of a play is that?
A dirty one.
Dirty ploy.
Dirty ploy.
Dirty ploy that you are. There'll be questions and some answers to them. Go ahead, ask the question.
Alright, I shall.
Alright, you shall.
Except I got to get over to the Tumblr again.
I warned you. I specifically asked if you're ready for the questions, so that you would have the questions prepared.
Right.
And now you need to get over to the Tumblr for the questions. Ugh, this is what I'm working with. I understand the troubles that I deal with every day. And by every day, I mean apparently every day that I'm recording YouTube videos. This is a sort of situation that I live in. Kid! Pillow! No! It's like Sputnik, round but quite pointy in parts. He's been whipping himself to sleep on his weed pillow. Hi, Internet. So, there may be questions at some point, or
you might
we
have
are
just...
2.5 minutes into this video with nothing but ridiculousness.
You might have just witnessed him killing me.
No court in the land will convict. They call me a lady killer.
Guys, this is what I put up with every fucking day.
Every fucking day of her life she's got to deal with this. It's a right tragedy, it is. It's a fucking struggle. Prayed miracle she gets through it every fucking day.
So, Grimdark Paw Prince.
Grimdark Paw Prince, Lottie! Lottie, darling.
Lottie, darling. Our dearest Lottie. Alright, what you drinking?
What I'm drinking, I answered this before, it's gin and lemonade.
I've moved on to a margarita.
A margarita! I don't know why I put that emphasis on it.
I don't know why either. Are you going to
just...
repeat everything I say?
Am I gonna repeat every single thing that you say? Not quite just repeat, but put a proper emphasis on it.
Alright, this is gonna be an interesting video.
Right, it's gonna be fucking interesting. I don't know what's going on. It's like 75% alcohol, 25% just
Devin?
what I do. Next question.
If you ever get the chance to see Devin in full bullshit mode, it is majestic.
Don't fucking encourage me.
Oh, alright. What's
next question.
What's the funniest thing that's happened to you?
What's the funniest thing that's happened to you in an RPG lately? What's the funniest thing that's happened to you in an RPG lately?
I mean, I did get eaten by a fish.
You did get eaten by a fish.
That was pretty funny. So.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead.
Alright. So, my character.
How the character went swimming one day.
Okay, let's stop the accents. Because...
Let's stop the accent. Alright, I'll stop. Sorry.
Guys, I'm not joking. This is what I put up with every. This and puns.
Let's just address how fucking patient my wonderful wife is that she has not murdered me. And I mean, the thought has been there and no one could blame her.
He had it coming. He had it coming.
Had it coming after all. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it.
I bet you'd have
done the same.
Yeah, guys, this is my marriage.
I love you. Anyway,
I love you too.
Morgan had a story.
I had a story about what character is that?
That would be
No.
Laura Dove.
Laura Dove. Oh, Laura Dove. Laura Dove, my rogue. So we're out on a mission. We're heading. We're traveling. We decide to make camp next to this beautiful lake.
Gorgeous lake.
Gorgeous. Sun-dappled lake. And Laura Dove just wants to get the grime off her body in the early morning before we traverse on.
Continue on.
Laura Dove decides to take a swim and a bath in the lake. And then, tragically, she fails some perception checks. And her friend who's on the shore also fails some perception checks very badly. Because roll 20 is shit for rolling.
Roll 20. When your dice don't hate you enough, the algorithm will hate you more.
Yep. And yeah, so she got eaten by a giant
gar.
A giant gar, that's what it was, yes. Which is like somewhere between a fish and an alligator. It's like got a big long like snout.
It's fucking terrible is what it is.
She got swallowed whole. Also failed some deck saves and the whole, we're playing Pathfinder, so the whole CMD thing is such bullshit because
Makes it easy to be grappled.
Makes it really easy to be grappled, and there are not rules. See, I have a feeling, I have a strong belief that if you are a rogue with all of these things that let you be dexterous, that some of that should apply to the fucking CMB, whatever the thing is that you have to roll against, and you should be able to maneuver out of these situations. And yet, there is like literally there is like literally only one or two ways in which you can add anything to your CMBD to like raise it up, or is it, I forget which one.
Basically, the only way to do it is if you've got feats to burn.
Yeah, basically. There's like, and there's literally only like one, maybe 2 feats that allow you to adjust these things. So, it's the mechanic that I hate the most, because even a grapple check, like old school grapple check, which was a strength check, right?
Or I think I don't know, because I know that in 5th edition you can use, if you're defending against a grapple, you can use athletics or you can use acrobatics. Right.
So like there's I just feel like the whole CMD thing is shit. And a bad part of the system. It's like something that I would rally against 100% of the time. So anyways, I got swallowed by a gar. It was awesome. It ended
kinda
up kind of,
hilarious.
yeah, it was kind of hilarious. It also ended up taking up most of that session. I felt a little bit bad that we hijacked the session, but you know.
It gave us a lot of fish
Yeah.
to feed to the sea drake that our barbarian has adopted, because Tristan is a good fucking dad to
Excellent father.
his sea drake daughter. Even if
I
his...
thought it was the stone drake.
No, it's a sea drake. Because we found her in the ocean.
Alright, but then when the egg hatched, it was something else.
Was it?
Yes, because it's got like a whole psionic thing. It was not actually sea drake. It's something else.
I'm not its dad.
Alright. Well, Tristan knows and Beth knows, so that's
That's
and
what
I
that's what matters.
assume
That seemed like a problem between Tristan and his daughter, the Drake.
yeah.
For myself, the two things that come to mind are, one, I used a holy hand grenade. Okay, so I'm playing this game, and we are fighting off devils that are invading the city of Rome and the Vatican. And we're working with the Vatican, and at one point I ask the DM, how many vials of holy water can I get? And I'm told 15. And I'm playing an artificer, and I have the ability to choose and replicate a magic item, so I have the bag of holding that I've chosen to replicate. So we're in this fight, and I have cast spider climb on myself, and I'm like walking across the ceiling with my magic gun, shooting at demons, and it's really great, and it's really fun, and finally the boss shows up, and I'm like, okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. And I'm standing directly over the boss, 50 feet in the air. And I'm like, I'm going to turn my bag of holding inside out, which ejects everything in your bag of holding. And my DM's exact words, their exact words are, oh no, what did I forget that I gave you? And I drop 15 vials of holy water on the son of Mammon that has invaded the Vatican, and I do 98 points of damage, and it's amazing, and I love it. And then later on, one of my favorite NPCs died, and it was very sad, and it made me cry, and I miss you, Avery. They were amazing. Other than that, the funniest thing that's happened to me recently in an RPG is the Molten Pizza Puffs, who are the band for the bard in the campaign that I'm running, and she fired her manager, who was a
drummer too.
Manager slash drummer named, possibly named Milo. I don't remember.
No, Ray? I thought it was Ray. I don't know.
I don't know. It
Bruno?
was Bruno the halfling, and hiring the rogue who was looking to find adventurers, and just sometimes you let the players do their own RP thing, and it's just the best, and it makes me so happy. And yeah, that's one of my favorite things. So
Okay. Well, let's do another question from Lottie, because there's several from Lottie. If you had $1,000 to spend at the Ren Fair, what would you buy?
If I had $1,000 to spend at the Ren Fair, I would probably buy
A swishy leather coat?
I don't know about a coat, but maybe a cloak and a sword.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, like a really good, like a good cloak and either a sword or a dagger, something like that. Something that's flowy and dramatic, and yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
Ooh, let's see. If I had $1,000 to spend at the Ren Fair, I would buy. I think I definitely. Well, I don't know what Ren Fair prices are currently, so I'm thinking back to what $1,000.
The before times.
What $1,000 would get me at the AZ Ren Fair in the aughts. Which is probably the last time I went to a Ren Fair.
The last time you went to a Ren Fair was 2014.
Okay, sorry. All right, fine. Whatever.
In case, that was important.
That's true. We went with Laura. That's right.
I went with Laura and we went with Bethy.
And Bethy, yes. Oh man, I want to go back to the Ren Fair again. We should go to the one. I think the one here is going to be in October. Okay. We have a very small one here that's mostly done by SCA people, and
it's fun.
It was cute, but it's like a weekend, as opposed to Arizona, where we grew up, that has one that runs for like a month and a half at like a dedicated like fairground that it has buildings and whatnot. So just different levels and styles. Experiences, yeah. So I would probably definitely spring for a pair of like handmade leather boots.
Boots are good.
Probably some sort of I think a leather hat as well, because there was a place that did really nice leather hats that I always wanted one of that were like very well shaped and whatnot. I think it was the Pendragon leather stuff.
Fuck, right. The Pendragon leather is so nice.
Yeah.
Follow them on Twitter. Or not Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah. So I'd probably spend it on some stuff like that. Maybe some chainmail. I'd kind of have to see how much everything ended up being. But like I always wanted, like there were some like chainmail headdresses that I would see that I always wanted, or like a chainmail hand rose. They weren't really like that horribly expensive, but we'd usually go with a very small budget. And so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And by small budget, I mean like less than $100, and that you can't get much of a Renaissance fair for less than $100.
It goes quickly.
It goes very quickly.
You spend half that on your turkey leg.
Yeah, giant beer.
Bread bowl of.
Ooh, yeah. I was always a bread bowl person. I would go with the bread bowl of like
clam chowder
or cheddar broccoli, whichever they had. Yeah. Not so much the turkey leg person, but yeah. And usually they had strawberry lemonade or something like that was also really good at the one down there. Yeah. And then I'd usually end up getting like, because I'm trying to think, I know I have like an ear cuff, and I have some like jewelry from the Ren Fair. You got that thing from the one up here.
My hair thing is from the Ren Fair up here.
Yeah.
Which when I turn like this, it definitely shows it off to the camera.
Not at all.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I can pull it out.
I can
turn around.
And then you've got a really tiny video.
Yeah, it's like an infinity loop. So it's like a figure eight, and then it's got it's a hair stick, the thing, but it's got like this cute little Celtic knot in the center. And I had to fix it for him because the leather started to fall apart. But I was able to fix it, and I'm very proud of that fact.
Did a very good job of fixing it.
Yeah. We're at 18 minutes. Should we cut here?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna cut here.
And there will be another video.
And there will be more answering of questions from Lottie and other people. We have a couple more. We're almost there. We're almost done. So this is like part 5, right?
Is it part 5? I don't know.
Part 5 or part 6. It depends on whether or not you count the Mountain Dew one.
I labeled the last one as part something.
Yeah.
So yeah. We will see you again in the next video.